darling heart, and welcome to the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely, or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. With my experience and training, I now help other women with their alcohol-free or drink less adventures. I'm here to tell you that you can relax, connect, and have fun without alcohol in your life. Join me here each week to find out how. If you listened to episode 7, you'd have heard me talk about the acronym HALT, which stands for hungry, angry, lonely, tired, and how it helped to stop me reach for a drink at 7 p.m. Today, I'd like to tell you a story about how I came to the realisation that I was sabotaging all my good well-being activities. Through my late 30s and into my early 40s, I was becoming more aware of the mind-body-soul connection. I was working full-time, had 2 children, a husband, a dog, and all the other things a lot of people had in their lives, but I was feeling overwhelmed, and having a wind-down drink at the end of the day was one of the ways I chose to shut off emotionally. To try to handle my overwhelm, I'd been getting more and more interested in personal growth. I was experimenting with life-enhancing practices like meditation and mindfulness. I'd become more committed to getting some exercise each week, either running, going to an exercise class or yoga, and I'd also taken more of an interest in my nutrition, taking good quality supplements, making green smoothies each day, and eating really well. I decided to increase positivity in my life in as many different ways as I could. I stopped watching or listening to the endlessly negative news. I curated my social media feeds to show me only fabulous businesses and people. I chose uplifting podcasts and audiobooks to listen to and hung out in real life with people who were radiators of warmth and love. All of this was amazing for my physical, emotional and spiritual well-being. I was starting to feel like a grown-up, but there was one thing that didn't feel right. I was adding stuff in, getting up early in the morning to meditate, to journal, to be grateful. I was making time to exercise. I was choosing healthy menu plans, and all of this adding things into my life was great, but I needed to take something out, and I didn't want to admit to it. What's the point of meditating if you've got a bit of a hangover and can't concentrate properly? What's the point of running if you're over-consuming empty calories in your drinks? What's the point in taking fancy supplements when you're drinking a toxic substance? Why would I keep doing all these good things and not stop the one really damaging thing? At around the time all of this was going around in my head, I had a breakthrough thought, and it was this. I am a human being, not a human doing. I wanted to stop feeling overwhelmed, so I started to cut commitments that didn't feel good. I only said yes to things that felt like a hell yes. I considered the needs of myself and my family before others. I prioritised the exercise, the nutrition, and I took the time to be very still and very much a human being. I bought myself a necklace with a bee on it to remind myself every day that I am concentrating on being a human being and that overwhelm is not my friend. I no longer needed alcohol in my life. I didn't need to escape from anything anymore. I recognised that, and from that point onwards, I could start to do something about drinking less. I must make a special mention here of Kelly from Project We, who has inspired this recording. Joining her membership was one of the ways in which I was able to get my overwhelm under control. Thank you, darling heart. And thank you for listening to this episode. Please listen in again next time. You can sign up to my 5-day Drink Less experiment and find out about working with me one-to-one at drinklesslivebetter.com. It would make me happier than a Buddhist monk if you would please subscribe, 5-star review and comment on my podcast on whatever platform you listen. Imagine it like the tasting notes on the finest wine I am never going to drink. Thank you, and P.S. I believe in you.